In this lesson, you will learn how to send SCM data, source code management data, to ALM Octane. When we talk about source code management data, it's more or less the code commits we will be sending out to ALM Octane using the REST API. For the REST API, we will use the ALM Octane Postman collection pack you can download from our app delivery marketplace on the Micro Focus marketplace. So let's first understand what we need when we are committing code via REST API and would like to link this to the existing artifacts. So what we need to have is we need to have a pipeline. We need to have a build, which is there. And based on these two entities, we are able to commit and send commit data through the REST API to ALM Octane. In our Postman collection pack, first of all, what we need to do is we need to authenticate. So let's say sign in. Once we receive 200, this is fine. And as the next step, we go to the pipelines area and go for the builds. If we have not already registered a pipeline, we need to first create the CI server. Then second, we need to create a new pipeline. And then we can start a new build on the pipeline. So this is the first thing we need to do. Make sure you have the right parameters. Here you can see my new build will be numbered with nightly 7. I have a epoch time, which is up to date, as well as I have here the job ID, which I have identified already. So let's trigger the next build on a pipeline and execute it now. So I have already a CI server defined and a pipeline is defined in ALM Octane using the REST API resources. So I can see it here. It is my CI server and my pipeline are registered. And now I can execute a new build. First of all, I need to run it in a state called running. This is important. So when I click on send, you will see it will be started in Octane. So there's a new build with the number nightly 7. You can see here nightly 7. This is currently running. And now I can push my SCM data. So you will find here a send SCM data with the action put. And I have here on the body, I have the payload, which I can fill out with all these parameters. So the repository contains SVN or Git. The type which need to be defined, you need to make sure that you have a repository path. What is the branch for this repository? And then you can define the commits. So first of all, you need to have here the user's email, the time of the commit. So it's the same like for the build triggering. I have defined this as a parameter. The ID for my revision I need to have here. So here you can basically enter anything. Same goes for the revision itself. So you can enter here different ID. If it's different, Octane will not override. If it's the same, Octane will override. And then you can say what is also part of the commit. So do you have any kind of linked entities? Like I have in this case a defect of this ID. So I have declared this as a work item and my user is this one. Same goes for the next commit. Here under changes, I have also the files which I am changing. So they are identified here as well. The second comment is similar. I need to have here, first of all, a unique revision ID. You can generate it via code, but for demo purposes, I've just entered something. And I'm linking this again to a specific user story, which is in Octane user, and also the changes in file, what I will do. So let's say this is my Postman collection demo, and same goes for this one. This is Postman collection demo REST API. So my pipeline is currently still running. I can see it, it's running, so I can send out the data now. So let's hit on send, and you will see it is processing. One thing you need to take care about it is that this resource is hit on the shared spaces. Yeah? So it's directly hit on the shared spaces, and based on the CI instance ID, job ID, and build ID, it identifies to which workspace it belongs. So I have fired this, and now I can also say my pipeline is finished. So it stops in Octane. So let's refresh here. I should be able to see this is done. And now this is nightly 7. I can go in, and under commit I can already see I have 2 linkages. And this is exactly what I was referring to. Postman collection demo REST API. Yeah, where, let me check what is linked here. We have linked a defect and, sorry, this is, let's remove this column, a defect and a story. So this is what you can directly see. And this comes really from the payload, what I have entered, and I have the 2 different files which are referred here as well. So this is how easy you can use the REST API in order to link your SCM data and send messages, SCM data to ALM Octane, and those commits will appear directly in Octane.